Welcome to USA Biz Party Live. I am your host, Anna Scheller, and it is a privilege and a pleasure to be with you today. Today is a special day because, we're going to make an announcement about a collaboration that we are about to embark on. But here's the deal. If you're watching this video, please do us a favor. Like it, comment, let us know you're here, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're on YouTube. That would be so helpful. Let's get the word out about what this Twitter chat and the collaboration that we're about to embark on, what we're going to be able to do to serve the small business community here in the United States. And so, okay, I kind of leading up to this, but before I do, let me say that the person I'm about to introduce has kind of been lurking in the shadows with us for some time. And I really have gotten to know her better and am really enjoying the collaboration and the talks that we've had. She has some fun ideas, but many of you probably already know her. And I'm going to go ahead and bring Deb Anderson up. Deb, thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me, Anna. And I could kind of like a quote retweet, like ditto on what you're saying. I've really enjoyed getting to know you, and in some ways, I feel like I've known you all my life. Wait, we don't want to say how many decades that is. But
yeah, I look younger than I am.
Oh, you're beautiful. But and right before we went live here, we using the word synergy. I think that really fits as far as our communities, our chats. I mean, it just seemed natural to explore this synergistic partnership.
Yeah. I mean, so let's talk a little bit about each of our chats. So I'm going to let you go first because actually your chat's been around a little longer than mine, like 11 years, is it?
Yep, 11 years.
More about that, how it got started, purpose.
I was inspired by Madeline Sklar. She was, a lot of people know her, and I keep wanting to say Gigi Chat because that's how I got to know her. The music, the whole community of music, and getting to know her as a person, and traveling around. We get together at and do gigs. That's a whole nother. She is just a wonderful person. If you don't know Madeline, look her up on Twitter. Look her up on Madeline Sklar. You will find her. Twitter Smarter. I can't remember, Anna, I should know this if she changed it, but you know what? I'm babbling. I am really gifted at babbling, by the way. But anyway, so SocialCafe is a Twitter chat that I've been doing for 11 years. Inspired by Madeline, I helped her with Gigi Chat, and I thought, I got to do this. So it was only a few months into helping her co-host and guest host Gigi Chat, and I started SocialCafe. And then a lady by the name of Da Vinci joined me, and we were a team. She was kind of the promotion side of it. I was the admin and dynamic team. She moved on to do, I think, van life. Wonderful ideas, but she went and did something different from Twitter chat. So I've been doing it solo for 10 years. But way back when, 11 years, we started the live stream. At that time, nobody was doing live stream. And for some reason, I thought I could do everything, and I could do Twitter chat and live stream, one person, and trying to moderate that and moderate. Oh, wow. So then we split it where it's like the first half the hour was the tweets, and then the second half was the live stream. Well, you know what, Anna, you have got it, how you do it. And I would love to hear even how you moved into the Twitter chat and the live stream, because you've nailed it, how you actually do that for USA Biz Party. I love it.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah. That's probably another story for another time, but anyway, yeah. So USA. Okay, here we go. All right. Everybody can have. Okay, come here, puppy. Like, what? Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
Shy.
A little, yeah, a little addition to our. Are you there?
Aww.
There she is. Her name's Rue. So, but USA Biz Party actually started, in live stream. You're talking about live stream. You know what? I want you to get done. That's girl. Good girl.
By the way, Trudy says hi. My Italian gray Chihuahua she's shy, but she says hi.
Trudy. So USA Biz Party, I got introduced to USA Biz Party through Samantha Kelly, the tweeting goddess. And Samantha, she started to mentor me because I got to meet her through Blab. You know, when
Oh,
live streaming became so popular, there were probably 3 or 4 platforms that popped up, and I met her on Blab. She and I started to work inside of her chat, the Women's Inspire, and I actually got invited to Ireland to speak, which was a lot of fun. But she wasn't able to get USA Biz Party chat moving. And I said, it really makes sense. She had started it, she had set
mhm.
it aside on Twitter, but she wasn't able to move forward with it. So I said, I think it just really makes sense for me to host it. She said, that's a great idea. So I bought the chat from her, and we started 5 years ago in July. 5 years ago? Yes, 5 years ago. So this coming next month is going to be our 5th year anniversary. And
Wow.
it started real small, just like most chats do. And it just kind of grew organically. So now we probably have a very dedicated group of people who
Mhm.
join pretty regularly. Some people come in only, once or twice a month. Some people are there weekly. And we look for topics, of course, that are going to benefit the business community. And we have a couple of fun questions that we ask, me having a sales background, and also giving a nod to what Twitter's character count used to be, which was 140. Oh, God bless our
Oh.
souls when we had to do that, and ampersands and all kinds of things we
Are
did.
you
Oh my
and then
goodness. There were times I couldn't read stuff because I'm thinking they've abbreviated it. I need to take that and need to put it into the Urban Dictionary to figure out what people said. We decided to add the live stream in about a year ago. I am hoping to also bring in the audio platform here on Twitter to start working that. But right now, that's just do one thing at a time. So right now we're doing the live stream once a month, and that is what I can muster for the time being.
wise.
Well, again, now I have a team. So my
Mhm.
team is Esther Lawson. She's out of Ireland, and she was the voice of USA Biz Party. She's struggled with a battle with cancer. She is
Hmm.
winning the battle. Thank you,
That's
Lord.
good. That's good.
She is. And we have an admin person, my daughter Danielle, who lives in New York City.
Who's a
So
sweetheart, by the way. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but she is just a doll. She's a sweetheart.
she is precious. She is precious. And so we've become a team. So Danielle, we meet weekly, and we come up with topics for the next 2 months, and then we start looking for guests. Sometimes we're able to find them, sometimes not, but we always have really engaged chats because people are always learning something new. Even if you touch social media marketing every year, there's new stuff that comes out.
Mhm.
There's more interesting information. So um, it's been very rewarding. But the challenge we run into is that people just want to go deeper. We can only go so far in an hour, and only 4 or 5 of the questions are directly related to the topic because we're trying to also get people to interact, which is where our collaboration is coming in and going to be extremely valuable. So it started with me asking Deb or Stephanie or Suzanne or somebody, one of the kids, asked Deb, would you like to be a guest? And I can't even remember what the topic was, Deb.
Video. Oh,
It was video. That's right. Speak of
I keep
video.
interrupting you. Sorry, so excited about.
And after that, we met, and all of a sudden, you're like, why don't we see about collaborating? And there's all kinds of fun opportunities there. So, having said that, Deb, how do you see the collaboration working?
I like how you use the word deeper. I'm not just saying this where it's like these words that Anna's using, and I'm like, oh, let me say something positive. Really, truly, you have a way with words even deeper. But that's exactly what I was visualizing as far as you have the topic midday. Well, try to figure out which time zone. Anyway, you have the topic during the day in the US, And I can actually look at the questions and say, how can we take that the next step and dig a little bit deeper and think maybe 1 week more analytical, maybe more philosophical. I have to admit, I'm going for my PhD. I'm a geek and I like to think deep. So this really fits that side. And we have some regulars in Social Cafe that also tend to like to think deep. Shout out to Catherine Lang and Tom Reed. They like to dig a little deeper on that one too. So it fits really well to be able to have kind of the two layers of the topic, but still, and I'd like to say, hey, what did you learn today? USA Biz Party, please share. So it brings back that synergy and people don't feel like they have to go deep, but they can go deep and they can add to it. So there's that option to go wherever they want with the discussion.
Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. And I like that idea because sometimes I feel like we're kind of dropping off at the end of a conversation, and there's so much more that can be done within a specific topic. And what this also does for both parties is it brings together, it gives us a better reach, a bigger reach, because there are people that I speak with that would definitely benefit from Social Cafe. And there are people on the West Coast that might not join us because we are 10 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast. And most people are just really getting their mojo going and they're not ready to stop and engage in chat or discuss ideas. So this enables us to really, and one of my goals when I started was to go from coast to coast. So we have a number of good people that we regularly interact with on the East Coast. We've picked up a few on the West Coast, but it'll be a lot of fun to see how we can develop relationships with more folks that are on the West Coast where Deb is.
Oh, definitely. We had a gal, and I need to check on her, joining us from Hawaii. And another gal that promotes Social Cafe from the UK. So we're trying to kind of see, I mean, I realize we're talking about USA Biz Party in the US, but it's like, how can we broaden this even globally and everyone is welcome on that. So I'm really excited because I wanted to build a community and I was kind of, going towards that Facebook, and there's a certain mutual friend of ours that really detests Facebook. So I kept saying, I'm not going to do Facebook because I don't want to offend him. And I thought, wait a minute, he doesn't have to, we don't have to cater to one person, not even me, not even, my pet dog, anything. We can try to broaden this. So I'm looking forward to really building the community collectively, synergistically. It's not a us them thing. It's a togetherness.
For sure. And we've also talked about the possibilities of building out. I've also got a TV channel set aside. So we're looking forward to working together to build that out to help people get more exposure for their businesses. Because if you think about it, a lot of people, and that's another reason why we do video for USA Biz Party, a lot of people will, they'll watch video over just listening to a podcast or of course doing much reading. And we're going to have the opportunity to do a lot of expansion with this. I can see blogs, I can see all kinds of things. Who knows, maybe, there could be name changes in the works. Although, did I tell you we tried to change the name of USA Biz Party?
I don't know I didn't think I'd heard that.
We did. So I thought we should be the USA Biz Chat. And I did not realize the atmosphere we created in USA Biz Party. And a couple of the people came back and said, yeah, but it's so much fun. It's really more like a party. I was like, okay,
So
let's keep it that way.
That's interesting though, as far as because I tried to change Social Cafe. I thought, well, let's do this was probably 4 years ago. Let's do it at noon. And I did that, and I actually had more of a booming chat. There's like 30 regulars. And I changed that, and all of a sudden, like 27 people dropped out. And I said, hey, we're going back to our regular time. But I learned then, don't change things. Maybe, well, I mean, I shouldn't say don't. I mean, life is changed, but be very careful on the changes. Maybe add something and see if that works better, survey, whatever. But like you said, with the name change, sometimes people just like the way it is.
They do. They do. And another good thing that happens is we give each other exposure. So when we're getting ready, when we're doing our chat, we're giving shout outs to Social Web Cafe. And, Deb is giving shout outs to us. And so, of
Yep.
course, that is helping to grow our reach and our followership. But here's the thing about Twitter, Deb, and I'm pretty sure we're in agreement on this. We're not looking necessarily to have the biggest, best, widest, most expansive group of people. We want the most engaged group of people who really want to share their knowledge with each other, support each other in their business endeavors. So in our group, in USA Biz Party, we have a couple of authors who one is getting ready to publish, one has already published. It almost feels like they're having babies, truly. But there's that support, and then if we're bringing that over to Social Web or Social Cafe, then they're getting that additional support. And then if there are people in Social Cafe, so we have the opportunity to really help the participants shine and get more exposure for their businesses as well, which is of course why most people participate in the chats.
Yep. Yep. Oh, definitely. That's like we like to do, not to brag, but we started the shameless plug in Gigi chat with, and Madeline is wonderful. She's given me credit for like 10 years for the shameless plug, but that's something we like to do at the end of Social Cafe, which works out really well in the order, like the timeline, the way we start with USA Biz Party and then move that direction. But it's an opportunity for people to brag about or promote a coupon deal or just their product or what they do or whatever they're doing that week. Also an accountability. So it's kind of, I feel like it's not a closeout, that's the wrong word, but I mean, some way to kind of continue that and really promote themselves in a positive way.
And right now, I'd like to give a shout out to Dolores Andrew Gavin. She's out of Ireland, and she's joining us today on Facebook. Thank you for joining us, Dolores. And Dolores has been a regular guest as well. So we need to wind down here a little bit. So let's just talk about, when does your chat meet? What are some distinctive features of your chat? Then I'll talk about mine, and we'll let people go on their merry way.
Okay. Social Cafe, it started as a social media marketing because 11 years ago, hey, there was social media, but there were a lot of questions out there and things are still changing. So that was originally the focus, but now it's basically, if I had to pick one word, I'd say entrepreneurialism, but it doesn't mean that you have to be an entrepreneur. It's just, that covers business. That's why I love how it fits with USA Biz Party, but business topics, skills, even career, even, anything that kind of relates to that. I was to say business. That's such a simple, is that a grade 1 spelling word? Anyway. Oh, I'm sorry. 6 p.m. Pacific time every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time.
And I'm going to be adding that to my schedule, since now really Social Cafe we're going to be collaborating and working together. Myself, USA Biz Party, of course, I spoke about that at the very beginning. USA Biz Party is a Twitter chat all about business. We start at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go for an hour. And then now, once a month, we're doing these USA Biz Party lives, which will be turned into podcasts as well as a TV show. So we're pretty excited about that. And we love the people who come and join us on a regular basis. And it's just exciting to think about, now we're going to be collaborating. We don't have to do this alone, because sometimes it can feel awfully lonely, right, Deb?
Definitely. Oh, and just a PS, I thought of this, we said podcast. There's several, I had Web Tools TV. I will not give the whole list right now, but there's several things that kind of went along with Social Cafe. And yes, I sometimes say Social Web Cafe instead of Social Cafe. But if people see some of these kind of being dusted off or unearthed, I am going to be going through some of the stuff that we used to do and fitting that back in. Don't be confused. It's a work in progress, and I will try really hard not to confuse you. Not you, Anna, but I mean the world in general. I think it take a lot.
Easy. That could be easy given everything that goes on in my life. Well, Deb, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm looking forward to our growing partnership. And we want to thank you, our listeners, people who are watching right now. Maybe you're on the replay and you made it this far into the broadcast. Thank you so much. Please say hello in the chat. I do check these after the fact, even though today is going to be a little crazy for me. But we are so thankful to have you join us. Any last words, Deb, before I close us out?
I just want to say thank you, Anna. I'm so glad I met you. I'm so glad I met people in the community. And yes, you're right. I knew some of the people, so it's great to reconnect. I just love the people.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's a delight that we're going to be working together. I'm looking forward to, there's a saying that two are better than one, and a three-strand cord cannot be easily broken. There's synergy. There's power when you bring two groups together. And I know my team is super excited about our collaboration. It's going to be wonderful. And we know that you participants are just going to enjoy the depth and the growth that we're going to be able to provide, and who knows, all kinds of fun things in the works that Deb and I are already talking about. So again, thank you, Deb, for joining.
Thank you, Anna.
Again, if you're watching, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Do hit the subscribe button if you are on YouTube. Join our community. Please ask, DM me or USA Biz Party to join the USA Biz Party community on Twitter. We would love to have you. Good news is you get a sneak peek in the community of the questions the day before, usually, so that you can be prepared and you can interact with your friends who are on the chat. So we would love, love, love to have you like this broadcast and share it with your friends. Make it a great day, and we will see you next month on USA Biz Party Live.